All right, guys. If you have been playing Alpha 2 Phase 1, I know that you saw what was going on. I know that you guys all saw that all of the pre-Alpha 2 people moved to Resna. I know that you saw that Pirate Software and his big guild and a bunch of other guilds ended up going to Lilith, and a bunch of other guilds ended up going to Vyra, and they all established their own names for themselves. The Lilith server was the pirate / streamer server. The Resna server was the PK / dupe bug / get hundreds of accounts deleted server after an exploit bug. And the virus server was self-proclaimed as the RP server, which, you know, I'm not saying that's what it was. Just from the outside looking in, that's what everybody was saying it was. I'm not saying Lilith was exactly that way. I'm just telling you what I've heard, guys, okay? I'm sure Steven saw the exact same thing. I'm sure Steven saw how everybody kind of spread out and kind of went to their own little places and their own little areas of the world. And when Phase 2 started, a bunch of guilds started talking about what they were going to do when Phase 2 went live. Were they going to change servers? Were they going to avoid pirates? Were they going to avoid Nova Ordum or Envious or Ethereum? Were they going to move to another place? Or should they go to a private server like Castus, which is basically dead during Phase 1? These were all choices that a bunch of guilds were deciding. I even heard that Pirates was waiting until the last second before Phase 1 to decide where they wanted to go. Everybody was playing musical chairs, trying to figure out where they wanted to set up, because there's some guilds people don't want to deal with. They don't want to be annoyed by. They don't want to be around, certain guilds due to their size or how do they play or whatever. And I think Steven and Intrepid saw all this, and they put their huge dick on the table and they changed everything up for us. And now nobody has a choice. And so this video, we are going to talk about it. This is what they announced earlier today. Alpha 2 Phase 2 is scheduled to start Friday, December 20th. This will be a fresh start, and all realms will be wiped before they come up for Alpha 2 Phase 2. We've expanded the capacity of each realm, and we've reduced the number of realms we'll start this next phase with. Realm chat channels for Vyra and Lotharia, the EU server, are unlocked. Other realm chat channels have been locked. We're excited to have testers join us for this next phase of Alpha 2. And if you expand and you look, Central, there will be a Vyra server, and EU West, there will be a Lotharia server. So everybody that participated in Phase 1, or you're joining in Phase 2 for the first time, you don't really have a choice unless enough people sign up to where they can overflow into another server. We are all going to Vyra. No musical chairs, no RP server, no PvP server, no magical streamer server where everybody works hand in hand. Everybody's together. I can only imagine that Steven is in some evil lair right now in a big high top chair with the big rails, and he's got a bald cat that he's petting, or he's got the Mr. Burns hands and he's just going, bring on the chaos, because there will be chaos. More people, more guilds, more politics, and due to all of that in the same size area means less resources, less grind spots, more places to contest, and a lot more politics. It's gonna be so fucking good. I am so excited for this. I cannot wait. I am looking forward to it. Is Syndicate going to lose wars? Absolutely. Are we going to get our ass kicked sometimes? Absolutely. Is it going to be fun to be on a larger server with more people, with more guild interactions, with more politics, with more chances to create alliances to work together towards a common good? Fuck yeah. I cannot wait for this. I am so looking forward to this. I'm so looking forward to not having discussions on Discord as to which guilds are ducking and which server is more badass and which PvP guilds are better and which servers function better and which guilds are better overall, and you have an E-peen swinging contest. We're just going to be able to settle it right now. Tomorrow, we get to decide as players, who's actually best. There's no debate. There will be no debate during phase 2, which is going to be fucking fantastic. I get so tired. I get so annoyed of reading comments. Our server is better. And this is not just Ashes of Creation. This is a long stemming thing from my experiences on other games where people always talk about how good their servers are and how they could never pull off things like that on their server. Now we don't have to worry about it. We're all together. And I think it's going to be great. Ashes of Creation as a whole is an MMORPG. It's a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. I know, I just defined it for you guys, but that's the cool part. We're going to have so many more people on the server, which means that there's a good chance that the entire 5 months, the server won't become a ghost town. A lot more people will be there. A lot more interactions will be there. If you get tired of fighting the same guild, you can go over to the other side of the map for a bit and go, you know what? I got to recharge my batteries. I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of this part. Maybe instead of getting personal about things, you can just go, hey guys, can we be done fighting this for a bit? Can we fight some other people? Like, this has been cool. Maybe re-kick it up in a month. But right now, let's take a break. And you guys will go, yeah, you know what? You're not the only show in town. There are other people to fight. Let's do that. We'll see you guys in a month. And then you guys can have a truce and go about your day. Or maybe the entire server breaks out in an all-out war, which will be fucking epic, and everybody gets tired and is like, hey, do you guys want to just stop that and, work together for a bit? That'll be cool too. And so I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what to expect. I've heard a lot of things about other servers. I've heard a lot of things about other guilds. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, personally. And I think this is the best outcome that could have happened. Intrepid, Steven, I'm glad you guys got your servers up and running to a point to where you can support so many people on a server. My only concern with this is they didn't post the population size. They didn't post how many people are going to be in this area. But my concern is how is this going to play like in the real game when the game goes live in like 2028 or 2035 or 2040, whatever you guys believe it's going to be. Because currently we have a fraction of the overall map size and we have a large chunk of the people that they've talked about. And I know they talked about adding more players going forward. I'll be doing a video talking about that as well. But this has huge implications on that. If they're upping the server size to like 6,000, 7,000 people in this area, that must mean that they think that they can really, and maybe not, maybe they're just stress testing their servers, making sure performance is good. And that's part of what we're doing for phase 2 here, just by the amount of people that are going to exist in the world. Maybe that's what they're doing. But if they can support 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 people in this small of an area, it is a really exciting proposition for what happens when the entire map goes live, the amount of people they could potentially support in that area, because this type of game works best with more people, and we are going to get a lot more people on the map. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm excited about it. This is mostly joking and everything, but I am really looking forward to seeing all of you guys out there, all in good fun. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a good one.